Hey everyone, so today we are diving into something really ambitious, a plan to completely rebuild the internet's foundation. The big idea? To put ownership and control right back where it belongs, with you. Let's jump in.
I want to start with a question for you. Who really owns your online identity? I mean, think about it. It seems simple, but the answer is, well, it's messy. Right now, your entire digital life, all your data, your username, your identity, it's pretty much controlled by just a handful of massive companies. But what if there was another way?
You see, the problem is baked right into the core of how the web was built. It all comes down to a fundamental issue of ownership. We've all basically become digital renters on platforms that, let's be honest, don't always have our best interests at heart.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Every single platform you use, whether it's social media or even your email, is designed to be really, really good at one thing: collecting your personal information and making money from it. We're all kind of caught in these old systems that are built to hoard our data, not to empower us with it.
And that really is the core conflict, isn't it? We're at this turning point, moving away from that top-down, corporate-controlled model and into a new, decentralized world where you actually have sovereignty over your own data. This isn't just a minor update. It's a completely different way of thinking about the internet.
So the big question is, how do you even begin to build this new internet? Well, the very first piece of the puzzle is to fix the problem of naming and ownership online. And it all starts with creating a brand new kind of directory.
And LINKSPREED's answer to this is something called the LINKSPREED Name Service, or LNS for short. The easiest way to think about it is like a universal address book for the next generation of the web, one that's completely open and can't be shut down or controlled by any one company or government.
And this is where it gets really interesting. With LNS, you can create literally any top-level domain you can think of. It provides simple, human-readable names for this new thing people are calling Web4. But here's the most important part. You truly own your domain. It's yours. It can't be taken away or censored by some central registry.
And when you put the two systems side by side, the difference is just huge. We go from a restricted, centralized system where you're really just renting your online name to a decentralized world where your ownership is absolute and provable. That is a massive, massive leap forward.
Okay, so we've got a new address book. That's a great start. But how do we actually get to these new addresses? Well, that brings us to the next critical piece of the puzzle: the gateway.
So, say hello to the Web4 Bridge. Now, this is not just another web browser like Chrome or Safari. You have to think of it more like a special portal built from the ground up to connect you securely to this brand new, decentralized web protocol.
So here's how it works its magic. The bridge understands the new Web4 protocol natively, so the experience is totally seamless. But it also protects you. It creates this secure sandbox environment that totally isolates you from all the trackers and malware that are just all over the web today. It's your gateway to a safer internet.
And this really helps put everything into context. You know, Web 2 was all about being able to read and write, to participate. Web 3 was about reading, writing, and owning your digital stuff. Well, what LINKSPREED is building for is Web 4, which is the next logical step. Read, write, own, and automate, where secure agents can act on your behalf.
All right, now for what I think might be the most powerful piece of this entire puzzle: taking back control of your personal identity. This is where we get into reclaiming your most sensitive personal information.
And the core technology here is something called a UIID file. It's basically a secure, encrypted digital container that holds your universal internet ID. It's got your verified credentials and personal data, but, and this is the critical part, it lives only on your device, not on some company's server in the cloud.
Okay, this is where the magic really happens. Let's say a website needs to know if you're over 18. Instead of handing over your driver's license or your actual birth date, your .uid file just generates a tiny mathematical proof that says, simply, yes. The website gets the answer it needs, but your actual private data never, ever leaves your device. It is incredible, and it's all powered by something called zero-knowledge proofs.
And the implications of this are just staggering. I mean, think about it. If a company never actually holds your personally identifiable information, it's impossible for them to lose it in a data breach. This solves a giant problem for businesses and gives us a level of privacy we've just never had before.
So let's pull all of these threads together. We've got this new directory system, we've got a new gateway to access it, and a totally new way to handle our digital ID. How do all these pieces click together to create this new sovereign internet?
Well, it's like 3 parts of a perfect machine. Each piece works with the others to create the whole ecosystem.
Your sovereign name from the LNS points to a new kind of website. The Web4 Bridge gives you secure access to it, and your .uid file lets you prove who you are without ever giving up your private info. Together, they form a complete, user-owned infrastructure.
Let's just break it down one more time. For every huge problem on the old internet, you've got censorship, you've got constant tracking, you've got data exploitation, this new system offers a sovereign solution. It's about replacing these broken, centralized systems, one for one, with decentralized alternatives that put you in charge.
And that really brings us to the final, most exciting question of all. When the tools to build are decentralized, when censorship isn't a threat, and when users are finally truly in control, what would you build? What kind of new communities and applications and economies could we create? That's the future this technology is trying to unlock.